Yeah, what about a new game? Good. No, a cutscene. An opening scene, I had forgotten about that. I don't know how to pronounce the names of the staff, and I also don't know the country of production, but I can go after it. Okay, I guess that's it.
Hey, Norwegian guy.
That's me.
Are you in there?
Ka.
There's another polar bear for you to stun.
I can choose to be friendly, to say buzz off, or just ignore.
Okay, if you could come back in an hour or two.
You think it'll wait while you snooze away? Rise and shine, Norway. And if you don't, I'll shoot that thing myself. You want to get that science project of yours or whatever it is done?
I can give up, or I can take offense and give up.
Okay, hold on. I'll just get my gear.
I'm waiting right here. And don't let Miss Alaska hold you up back there.
Ik weet dik je keigacher.
Yeah, Miss Alaska is the way how he despiteful refers to our colleague. And here an explanation about how to play, mouse navigation and interaction, inventory. Keyboard controls are more interesting. Access the menu with ask. Help with F1. Enter for dialogue. Space for... Oh, it's the hotspot tool. I'll show you how it works. And open and close the inventory. And of course, not forgetting the fact that this is basically a point and click game. But not just that. The hotspot tool works like that. It shows all the interactable points. Like the poster of Le Hombre and Mahotska. That we can examine with a right click. Or act when there's an action with the left click. A fusion jazz band my brother plays accordion in. They suck, but in a cool way. Yes, we have to click to get out of the messages and any button subs. Here. The digital thermometer. Outside temperature is 5 Fahrenheit. In Celsius, that's minus 15 degrees. The case is when we examine the thermometer times enough, you will get an achievement. It will not happen because I already got mine and I don't know how to erase achievements or if it's even possible. Polar bear poster. Twilight of the polar bears. Beer can, good stuff. Empty bottles. I should have brought more. Flag of Norway. Explorers like Roald Amundsen and Fridtjof Nansen always brought flags, so that was a given. Vacuum flask. That's where I keep my writing enthusiasm. Smart guy. Triangulation device. I made that. It runs on USB power and listens to low band frequency slots. Computer. I had to install the old operational system to get the polar bear tracking app to work. The bunk. I find myself sleeping a lot less here than back home in Norway. The bathroom. The next resident should sweep out the corners and replace the burned out light bulb in there. So, you've been using the bathroom in the dark because you're too lazy to replace the light bulb. Right. Crampons. Front pointing crampons for ice climbing. Hopefully I'll get to use them. Calendar. I got that from the Bergen Zoological Museum. I hope I said the name right. And the radiator. An electric radiator powered by a genset unit or genset unit. I suppose gen because generator, you see. I suppose. I don't live in a place where there are radiators at all. Although we should have them because it's cold enough for sure. Artificial plant. Around here, polar night lasts from late November to mid-January, so no real plants survive without a sun lamp. Yeah, and it's not worth it to have one. Okay, let's go to the corridor. Left clicking rune. Display your current tasks. Pressing space activates the hotspot tool. Oh, I didn't know that. This is my current task. I need to get all my polar bear gear. Rune Knudsen is my name. A 28-year-old Norwegian biologist. Me. I can just click on the bag, or I can use the letter I for inventory. Multi-tool with compass. When we use the multi-tool on random things around, enough. You will get an achievement. I have a notebook and a lighter. My notebook shows the table of the sedated polar bears, and the dates are 12 April, 16 April, another one on 16 April, and the last one at 17 April. Here we have the height and weight of the animal. The sex were always females. The coordinates, it's not important. And the color ID will be important in the future. Notes. 16. One of them, no, both. Both females, malnourished. Big sores on their paw pads. And on the 17, the female with a ringed seal's carcass, 3-inch claws. And here the table of the quantities and time lapse of the sedation. It's not important. There's no use in reading it. Of course, there's some maths here. I don't know if it's okay. I don't understand statistics enough. And the checklist of tasks. Don't approach until the head's down. Minimum 2 minutes. Secure breathing, check heart rate, remove the dart, and clear off at a reversal, because yes, there is a reversal drug. And here we have apparently a magazine article about me. Interview with Norwegian biologist, whatever, adventurer Rune Newton, now a 27-year-old biology major. Oh, it was last year. Did his master's thesis a few years back studying skuas. I don't know what are skuas. I don't know if I'm even speaking it right. Of the most hostile places of Earth. Svalbard Archipelago. Archipelago, that's weird. While leading a 8-man mountaineering mission. We got Rune preparing for his next expedition and took the time to ask him about his aspirations. Joseph is the interviewer. Looking at you face to face, I can definitely see resemblance to Nansen. What is your relationship to him and other legendary Norwegian explorers? Me, well, there's no direct kinship, or at least not one that I know of, but I think the same fire is there. Like Nansen, I don't want to make any compromises. He was willing to give all he had to study the mysteries of the North. The early explorers were the ultimate nonconformists, and that's something I want to emulate myself. Joseph, Nansen was also known for his athletic prowess. Is that the reason why you combined mountaineering with your studies? Me, actually, it was the other way around. I think I was about 16 when I and a couple of my friends founded an ice climbing club. I will not try to pronounce that. I didn't have any plans for studying biology back then. However, that was what sparked my interest in the Arctic nature. Joseph, and it was the same club that organized the Svalbard expedition? Me, yes, it was a given to go there as a club, as we had always dreamed about our own expedition. Still, what I and the others didn't want was just to go for an adventure. As human beings, we all have an obligation for this planet. I was preparing my master's back then, and I had heard about the need to study the changes in skua nesting in Svalbard. Oh, it must be an animal, apparently. So we felt that was an important mission to take on and justify our track. Joseph says, and the rest is history. Your paper was highly referenced, and you also secured a scholarship. Is it too early to talk about that? Rune, the grant is for studying polar bears, and I will do the relevant field studies in Greenland. Currently, I'm in the process of finding the logistical support I need, so for all the romantic dilettantes and patrons reading this, Joseph, I want to wish you good luck with that. We will keep an eye out for you, and thank you for the interview. And that's about it. And here we have a laundry bin, the communal underwear disposal unit, to Nova's room, Nova's vault of privacy. Guess I can knock?
Nova, are you in there?
No answer. Owl's room? It's locked. Can I knock?
Al.
Can I knock on my own room? No. And about this room? The spare room is for visitors. Visitors. No answer. So, you mean to tell me we are only 3 people working here? Another radiator. It's warm. And here, the bulletin board. Postcards mostly, but not only. Postcards, polar bears, a pen that I will never use, and some very useful station keys. keys to different areas of the station, and I can at least see them on a zoom. Tully, no more porn, please. I wonder why not. Why would someone try to forbid someone to access porn in Greenland, for God's sake? We have this way to the garage, and this way to the living room and kitchen. It seems more inviting.
Tully spotted another polar bear outside.
Not now, Rune.
Polaris, come in, Polaris.
Go ahead, we hear you.
I found oil deep down a crevasse near Testril 2. It's an open pit, Nova. I found seep oil.
But that's wonderful.
And there's more to the story. I also ran into something unexpected. But I'd better tell you in person. I'll be there soon. While you wait, you can contact Thule. We need to announce this right away.
What was unexpected? Should I tell them something else?
Just tell them we're going to make the shareholders happy and the liberals angry pretty soon.
Okay, where are you now?
A few miles northeast of Polaris. But speaking of tree huggers, is that Norwegian chap still bothering you?
Oh no, he's not. Not at all.
What?
I tell
Tree
you, I haven't
hugger.
seen such an obvious
Me.
crush since my prom night, and that's been a while.
He's in the room, Al. Shut it.
He's there? Well, I think that was all. See you soon. Over and out.
So he found oil. I don't know what that last part was about, though. For some reason,
was
he
calling
seemed to
me an
think that you
Echo
have a bit
Beach.
of a crush on me.
Crush? No, I just...
Come on, is that how they do it in Oslo?
Whoops. I think I left the line open.
And what a
Oops.
thoughtful mistake it was. This has been a comedy goldmine. Look, maybe Rune could fix us something nice in the canteen. Let's say tomorrow. I'll even throw in some fuel and ammo for Tully. For distraction, you know.
I could do that.
Good.
Ooh.
Do I have a say in this?
Not really.
Can you cook, Rune?
That's my girl. Rune, I happen to know what she likes, but I'll fill you in later. Now is not the time.
Okay, over and out.
Over and out.
So, did you have anything else in mind?
Tully spotted another polar bear outside.
Polar bear research on a station owned by a godless oil company. You know, this might be the biggest oil discovery of our careers. While you are trying to save the Arctic. That's...
A serious conflict of interest, I know. I love ice climbing and the Arctic. That's why I'm here. Did my master's measuring skua eggs in Svalbard. As for the company,
Eggs.
me being here is just a cheap publicity trick. I'll play along and get my thesis done. But maybe I should get moving. That bear won't be around forever.
Be careful. Everything Tully knows about polar bears comes from cola commercials.
So yeah, now I know how I got the logistics and my current lodgings. The company, the godless oil company, decided that it's good public relations to have a scientist to make it seem that they care about anything. By the way, I'll arrange us a date. Am I so shy? Yes. The television. Nothing to watch but DVDs. The radio set. Station's receiver transmitter. I have some skill with it. The ceiling fan. I suppose it's mainly for static effect. Dartboard. I was very good with darts. I'd rather play canasta. I guess I never heard about canasta, but maybe I did. With another name or slightly different. An Inuit harpoon. It's supposed to be the head of an Inuit harpoon. The tips in pieces. Small paintings. Station's construction photos from a long time before Oil and Petroleum. That's the company, I guess. So the station was something before. Leftovers. There's not much to do in the evening other than getting wasted and stuffing your face. The movies. Few what DVDs we have in here. Some are even watchable. Anything else? Oh, this metal structure thing. It's for the communications antenna overhead. And a painting of a house. I never noticed it here. Stations construction photos, etc. Same old. Let's go to the kitchen. I can examine the microwave oven. If that thing broke down, we'd be in trouble. These people don't know how to cook. The water tap. Water tastes great. We melted from the permafrost. Frost. Below the station. A ventilation hood. A lot of attention has been paid to the station's ventilation. Sugar. Carbohydrates. I can grab it, but not now. It says, nah, it's for coffee. Well, I want a coffee. I just woke up. Where's the coffee? It's so weird. There's nothing to eat. In this game, we never eat. It's so weird. Fridge. It's nicely retro. We have a huge food stockpile downstairs. It's not really that huge, you know. And the only thing we can click inside the fridge is this sandwich that can only be examined. Judging by its size, all made that. Well, I don't know if all is specialist in sandwiches, or if it's the opposite. His sandwiches end up being good or big because he just eats sandwiches and nothing else. Oh, milk. I can examine the milk. About 70% of the population hold a mutated gene that allows them to process lactose as an adult. I don't have problems with lactose, but I have problems with casein. I suppose that's how we say that in English. It's that the protein of milk. Lactose is the sugar of milk, the protein of cow's milk. I'm not rigged for that. I'm not evolved for that. And I guess there's nothing else to examine. The empty cases. There's more beer downstairs. We get to drink one per night. Company policy. I was really finding weird for him to say that the only thing we can do in the night's boredom is to get wasted. Get wasted on what? People don't exactly drink in the bowls because it's dangerous. Let's check out if that's it. Oh, I have this carpet. I guess that is all the carpet Oil or Petroleum could afford. Well, I suppose yes, and that's it. And oh, that's something to be seen on the fridge? A note. A note. That's a last and polite note warning Tully to keep away from our sandwiches. And another radiator. And the message is the same, so whatever. Let's save the thing. Yeah, let's override it for a name, and the name is Fridge. Does Fridge have a D? No. I guess not. I hope not. Sometimes my spelling is not the best. So yeah, now we are supposed to go grab the gear for sedating a polar bear. And that's the garage. We have stored wares, equipment stored out of our way. A ladder. There's a hatch to the roof up there. Yeah, but it's stuck. I don't need anything from there, is what he says. Window. Weather has been very good in the whole time I've been here. Lucky him. Tools. An array of tools. I don't need any of those right now. A table saw. That's a good tool for woodworking and finger chopping. A grinding machine. The crew uses it to make metal frames for oil exploration equipment. And here there's a press drill. There's enough machinery in here to keep this place self-sufficient. They don't have to fly in every piece of custom equipment. Rusty barrels. There's no way to haul all the garbage out of here. And Tully's stand. He likes to sleep in a tent, just like me when I was 4. I'm not sure if Tully is our son or grandson, but it's something like that. And some gasoline. 20 liters of fuel. I don't feel like lugging gas around for no reason. And I suppose that's all. Here to the lobby. I can go downstairs to show you guys the basement. It's not a requirement to go there by right now, but I wanted to show you the huge stack of food he told about. Wow! Or humongous stash of food. You see, these people live in a base in Greenland, and this is their stock of food, at least the part that we can see. It was not really uncommon to have much more food than that when my parents lived with me. Or better saying, I with them. Or not. I don't know. I don't want to explain. It's too personal. But anyway, yeah, it was not exactly uncommon to have more food than that in our larder. Living in a big city. And not in Greenland. Isolated from everything. But we'll examine the basement later. We'll have a lot of chances for that. I have to get some rope. I have to get the duct tape. And I have to get some flags. Well, one flag. But not now. And the tranquilizer rifle. Because, you see, the rifle is the tranquilizer. Always. It's not really a rifle. And the shotgun is really a gun. And here is the door to outside where Tully is waiting for me to sedate a bear. It's so nice to have a clothes dryer working all the time.
Over here.
To guarantee we can have dry clothes to go outside. So, yes.
Where is it?
Ted,
Back
nicknamed
there behind the
Tully.
station. I think it tried to stalk me, so I took off.
Then it's probably a male, so let's be very careful.
Ted Green is his name. A barrel. It's a makeshift ashtray. And that's the only things we can see for now. And then going to the roof to find the bear.
He's a big one, all right. Somewhat over 200 kilos, I'd say. And guess what? He is a she.
Another
Does that
one.
matter?
More than one would
It
think.
means something.
Tracking collars can't be fitted to males. Their necks are wider than their heads.
Oh, that's why you don't have males. It's not that you didn't find any. I was starting to develop some kind of theory about the female movements, because the polar bear movements are gonna be important in the future. Use the tranquilizer rifle on the polar bear. Oh no, no, I forgot. Okay. Tully, be a good boy and wait a little for me. Oh,
Are you gonna shoot it or what?
Hold on, I'll just need to get the rest of the gear.
yeah. Yeah. I forgot I had to do that. It's so weird that he enters and immediately changes his clothes when actually he is going back there in, I don't know, less than 30 seconds. Because I will not examine the lab right now. This is the sedative gear. Gear set I use for knocking down and tracking polar bears. Tranquilizer needles, an oximeter, tracking collars, and reversal syringes. So grab it. Okay, that's it. That's the less than 30 seconds I mentioned. It would be even less if I didn't have to describe it for you guys. Well, not that I really had to, but I consider it's part of a job to explain and mention and read everything that's happening over here. So yeah, I can put the needles on the tranquilizer. Now I kept the tranquilizer, aha, and shoot a bear. It worked. Yeah, I'm a good shot.
Good kill.
It hit her right where it was supposed to, just above the shoulder blade. Let's give the sedative some time to kick in and then have a closer look.
Sometimes, like what? If you just go around slowly, it will be enough time for sure.
Look
Okay,
at that
so
maw.
this is the
It can
bear.
easily crush a seal's skull, or drag a small beluga whale out of the sea.
Mighty nasty smell.
It shouldn't be that bad.
It shouldn't be that bad. So now I can examine the paws. Both paw pads look clean. The polar bear. Not much fat underneath the fur, she's malnourished. The sedative dart. Bullseye.
Careful!
Relax. I know what I'm doing.
Now let's examine the
There's
mouth.
the reason for the smell. The right quadrant mandibular canine is chipped.
The what?
A fang. The tooth is infected and the infection is spreading. Look at the dark spots on the gums.
And now I have to put a collar around the neck of the bear. That's it.
That's a satellite tracker?
Yes, but it transmits only triangulation data. The collar will come off after a few weeks. After that, I'll retrieve it.
We will come off? What do you mean? It just drops dead on the floor? It's on and running. Now I have to monitor something about the bear with his oximeter thing. I never heard about it in my life. I don't know what's that. The pulse is a little over 40. That's normal for a sleeping animal.
We're done here. She can't eat with that tooth. That's why she's so badly malnourished. We need to contact the veterinary service tomorrow.
Are you gonna keep her on a leash until then?
Let's haul her to that old sled dog cage to wait for them. You stay here and guard her. I'll figure out a way to do it.
What if she starts moving before that?
I'd keep my distance. She'll be rather pissed off when she wakes up.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So now I have to come over here in this old cage, examine the door. The latch looks like it's still working, so open the door. And right in front of it, there's a thing called cage pillar. I cannot really see, so I'm never sure about what is it. It just says a sturdy-looking roof support pillar. Sled dog cage pillar. Yeah, I didn't think. Polar bear. Ugh. I'm so sleepy. Polar bear, it must be almost 3 meters in length. Impressive for a female. I had an idea. Ah, it's so slow. Snowmobile. An age-old army surplus snowmobile. Totally has the keys. Let's save it. Back to the cage. I have to have something I can use in the bear. Well, the notebook has something new about the bear thesis. Yes, the last one. I was so worried about how would I write it down and if I needed a pen that I cannot grab. But no, it comes here automatically. This is the female of today. So today is 19 April. Okay, I realized this animal is bigger than the others. But its weight is so much bigger. How did he conclude it is malnourished? No, I don't know. That's it. That's the difference. I need to have something. I don't know what it is. I need to do something about this flag, but it's not now. There's something missing. Not on the bear, right? Not on the pillar, right? Well, maybe if I talk to him.
Have you figured out how to move her? That thing will get up any minute.
Yes, this is one kind of puzzle of the game that we have to put the right words. Every one of them has some possible substitutes, but only the right words in every case will give the achievement that I don't have. And I wrote snowmobile. It doesn't exist. Snowmobile. The other time that I played, I wrote keys, and it was enough. But now I know, after looking a guide, that it's not enough for the achievement.
Let's take the snowmobile and pull her.
That might work.
Okay. Maybe now. Oh god. This is starting to get stupid. I absolutely don't remember what to do. There is something missing, but I don't know what. Maybe if I... Oh. There is something here. Okay, this is the missing object. Right. I put the strap on the bear and then the rope on the bear, on the pillar, on the snowmobile, and that's it.
Eula Petroleum is gonna love her.
We are not telling them. We need to do what we can to help her.
I'm gonna go take a leak.
So major, but well, that's who he is. What I'm gonna do now? Yes, this was the first instance in this game where I felt very much so when I was playing the Day of the Tentacle, the second installment of the game, Manic House, Manic Mansion. I don't know, I never played the first. In the 90s, because there was such a crazy order of crazy things you had to do that you just had to have a guide to play, or you would take, I don't know, the rest of your life, or perhaps it would take a genius person to play, because it would be impossible to win. It would be impossible to finish the game only based on logic and our own wits. Okay, let's examine the polar bear. We'll see how she copes in that cage. This is the gasoline tank. Fuel for generating electricity and for vehicles. The fuel pump, just like in service stations. Anyway, I have to go back inside. I can go by right or by left, the distance is the same. And now I must find a way to administer the antibiotics. And we do it right here in the garage. We come to the machine, we get a pole with a flag and use on the saw. I guess. I suppose it's the saw. I hope it's the saw. I don't really remember. And I don't know why I'm sawing anything. It was long, just the way I need. But now it's just a wooden pole that I will attach. Yeah. Things have an order. Oh, sure, an order. I have to go to get the antibiotic. It was not here on me. For some reason, I believed it was the syringe, but the syringe has the reversal substance to make the polar bears to wake up. It's not needed. Okay, now we are gonna explore here. We have stone putty. Ammonite glue. It can be used to piece the specimens together. Acetic acid. Highly concentrated acetic acid. It's used as the solvent. Distilled water. A pure form of H2O for lab purposes. Medical locker. Heavy looking security locker containing various chemicals for research and medical purposes. The station blueprint. That's an EPGE poster designed to promote their facilities here. And this is the blueprint. This is the exposition station Alpha Polaris from the south view and from the west view. Our communications antenna, our solar panels, our generator, our fuel tank, and here the blueprint. It's not exactly easy to read. And here about the water pump. Not useful now, but still, I'm examining everything. A mollusk fossil. That creature lived in warm seas 200 million years ago. Or that's what Nova said. Yeah, Nova is the only girl in the station. Here's Nova's workstation. The tidy spot where Nova works. And here is Owl's workstation, I guess. I've only seen him working here. You will see him working here soon. That's Owl's wife. I think she passed away. The office Buddha. It radiates humility and enlightenment. A map of Greenland. There's the Euler Petroleum takeover plan. And here a fume hood. It's used for fume containment. Teddy bear. That's mine. My folks don't distinguish polar bears from the brown ones. So yeah, his family gave him a polar bear, which is not a brown bear. Yeah. Well, now the medical locker to get the antibiotics. I don't get it. Already examined. He seemed to have got something. Okay, now that's the problem. I have to empty the syringe. It's dangerous to leave polar bears sedated. I use this fast-acting reversal agent to wake them. But no, that's not how it works. I remember very well that we obtain a vial of antibiotic and then we dump out the reversal agent and use the syringe to Silomenicillin, a brand of liquid penicillin. That's it. I need it. Here it is. Silomenicillin antibiotic, a liquid penicillin. Sure, it's about 200 kilograms. Why did you roll 300 then? 1,000 milligrams a day, oral or intramuscular, should do it. But that means I will need to keep her in a very small cage for at least 14 days. I'll contact Tully first thing in the morning.
Make some room. Samples coming through.
Oh.
Rune.
Al.
Pretty brisk weather out there. Leave no skin exposed.
What do you got there, Gramps?
Oh,
Early Christmas.
a
A
grandpa.
few hours ago, I was roaming the glacier using the crevasse radar. No magnetometrics or anything. Suddenly, the thing starts bleeping, and I hit the brakes. Went outside and found myself on the edge of the nastiest crevasse ever.
Holy shit!
And that's not even the hairiest part. Glanced down, and there it was. Deep in the hole, a bubbling pool of crude oil. Again, no transient electromagnetics, tellurics, or anything. Just stumbled on it. So I figured there's more to this story. Tied myself to the six-wheeler's winch and went down.
You fucking went down the crevasse? Alone? And with that trunk of yours?
Yes, Tully, I bloody went all the way. Let's say I had a hunch of an old oil wizard, did some surface sampling, looked around, and found these.
Ooh.
Unsettling, isn't it? It
Uh-huh.
was a sacrificial site of some kind.
That thigh bone, it's human.
Yes, there were plenty of body parts down there, but I didn't want to stick my nose any deeper than I already had. What do you think, Rune?
I can make a remark about the climate change. I can tell him this is not my field, or I can tell him it's an important find.
This is a significant find. The symbols look like some sort of elaborate writing, but it's not really my field. I have a few paleoanthropologist contacts in Bergen. We could reach them through the Thule station.
Maybe, but let's not be hasty here. The find could mean big bucks for all of us, so let's not draw any unnecessary attention to it. Tully?
Right on, Gramps. Last time I checked, we were on an oil research station, not some fancy university.
Oh well, this guy.
You are not going to believe this.
Her face.
Euler himself is coming here.
Bob? They're sending Bob?
No, much worse.
No.
I'll be in my room.
What the hell was that?
Alistair Euler, the son of the company founder, is coming here. I've known Bob a long time, and in this case, the apple has landed far off.
Oh, he sure got the Ice Queen ticked off.
We have some mutual history together.
I'm going out for a smoke. You joining, Gramps?
No, thank you. I'll reward myself with a couple of sandwiches.
Viking?
No, thanks, I'm trying to quit. And if I'm not going to be allowed to contact a real expert, I'll examine those bones myself.
Knock yourself out.
You do know what your oil find means for Greenland, don't you?
Yes, it'll bring in money to the local people, thus giving them tools for pursuing their independence.
Yeah,
It'll
right.
also have a severe effect on the ecology, not to mention global climate problems.
What do you want me to do, Rune? I'm an old guy. For once, I found something worthwhile. Anyway, I suggest you take a look out of your window before going to sleep. There should be powerful aurora in the sky tonight.
Wow. Wow. So many things to digest here. Well, the first thing I was about to say, imagine the frustration. You're trying to quit smoking. You were going to a research station in Greenland in the middle of the total nowhere. And you arrive there to find out one of your only 3 colleagues smokes. Just imagine the frustration. I bet he was so sure that if he would be a way of civilization, there would be no way for him to get cigarettes, and he would just have to quit. He would just have to drop. And now he's here with smoker people. Nothing about smokers, actually. People know me, people know what I think about it, but anyway, still the frustration. But now there are more important things to worry about. These bones and this hide. Not to mention the bear. I have to medicate the bear. And the auroras. I'm curious about the auroras. Where I live, there are no auroras. I've never seen them. Maybe I never will. Oh well. Let's check it out. Hide and bones. It must be eons old. Muddled symbols. 2 markings. Decomposed surface. Symbol arc. And the cartouche. I guess I still cannot start analyzing it. About the femur. The bones are so mineralized that it's hard to examine them properly. They must be thousands of years old. A humerus and a femur. And the description is the same. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the fume hood. He opens the door and exposes the container that I put here. Over the table. Grab the bones. Put the bones. First the water. I suppose I'm going with the logic. I don't exactly remember the guide. But I suppose putting the water first is best because putting the acid straight over the bones would be bad for them. And now I get the container put over there. A mild solution of acetic acid should dissolve the calcite. I'll check the results in the morning. I don't exactly know what a fume. How would too early to open it, so I will just let it be. And now, about the bear. Use reversal agent on antibiotics. I'll replace the agent with silomesalin. Okay. Now I have the wooden pole with the tape. Okay, the syringe. Oh, both together and then the tape. I'll tape them together. Okay, that's it. There's a pole syringe my zoology professor would be proud of. Okay. The antibiotics are here, but I don't know how to put them back on the place. Oh, yeah, I cannot. I don't need anything from you there. Okay, I will carry them around until tomorrow. When I wake up, my bag will be restashed. Let's save. Let's call it bones. Oh, something else to examine. The photochromic window. Surface is designed to reduce glare. Okay. Now let's check anything else. Actually, yes. The brush. Probably used for removing dust. The other fossil. An ammonite fossil. An ancient sea-dwelling nest. Nova prepares those on her spare time, and this is something I haven't seen before. Oh, energy drinks. I'll drink those. Like, he really needs more calories. Oh, and this one here is GX. So yeah, I've examined everything. Time to go see the bear again.